All right, this is Psychological Research, Section C lecture. Our prioritized standards are going to be 2D. Objectively, we're going to interpret the role of ethics in psychological research. Early in the field of psychology, there was little regard for ethical considerations among the subjects being studied in experiments. But in modern times, all psychological experiments are required to follow ethical guidelines for all types of research. Now, ethics refers to the correct rules of conduct necessary when carrying out psychological research. Each research institution has its own institutional review board, or IRB, that reviews all research proposals and must approve these proposals before any psychological research may actually be conducted. Psychology has long used animals in research studies, like rats, pigeons, monkeys, for several different reasons, including when the experiment might actually be risky or harmful to human subjects. Increasingly, the ethics of how these animals are treated has grown in importance. Researchers must provide decent living conditions for an animal subject, and they also have to weigh any discomfort that's caused to them in the experiments against the value of the information that's going to be sought. Theoretically, if the discomfort outweighs the information that they're seeking, then the experiment should not actually be pursued. Now, some believe there should be more stringent limitations or outright bans on all types of animal research. There are several ethical conflicts that researchers are supposed to avoid for their subjects, including you want to make sure that you have protected a right to withdrawal, protect confidentiality, ensuring protection from harm, avoiding deception of the subjects, and obtain informed consent through debriefing subjects on the study. All right. So first off, researchers must ensure that subjects are protected from harm, psychologically or otherwise. So researchers must actually take steps to prevent any undue stress for their participants. So something like an electric shock, that would be potentially harming the subject. So something like that you really are not allowed to do. Also, researchers must protect the participants' right to withdraw from the study at any time. Now, this also includes making sure that the subjects may withdraw their results from the study even after the experiment has started to take place. Now, these protections eliminate pressure to continue in a study when the subjects are not actually comfortable with doing so. Researchers must ensure the confidentiality of results of the subjects. This ensures that the results are both anonymous and confidential. Ideally, no one group or no one outside or even inside the experiment should be able to identify the subjects from the results by themselves. Generally speaking, researchers should avoid deception of the subjects, but there are actually going to be some circumstances when subjects must be deceived in some way to accomplish the goals of the study. So when deception is used in a study, it is usually done in an effort to avoid the subjects from behaving in a manner that might negatively impact the data. When deception is used, researchers must actually inform the subjects of the deception as soon as possible without compromising their research goals. Now, upon the conclusion of the study, the researchers must gain what's called informed consent from the subjects through a debriefing about the study. Now, informed consent, this is a process by which researchers working with human subjects describe the study, and then they obtain the subject's consent to participate. This can be based on the subject's understanding of the project's methods and therefore goals. Now, this process allows subjects to ask questions about the study, helps ensure the participants are not harmed in any way by the study, and also gives subjects an opportunity to remove the results if they're not comfortable with the nature of the study. All right, that concludes our psychological research section C lecture. Our prioritized standards again were 2D, and objectively, now you can interpret the role of ethics in psychological research.